One of the things that we found out in the videotaping of this tape, our intent was really to show multiple hits and multiple strikes by the attacker. But it's so devastating, some of these hits, that we actually did them, the attacker still wouldn't be standing and be going down a lot quicker. Your idea is actually to take them down with the very first shot. So we've had to modify some of the ways that we've done this techniques as you watch, so that the person that's doing the attacking here on the tapes is not getting hurt and damaged. Very, very difficult to film these kind of actions in a way that they look like a real scenario without the other person getting really hurt and trying to teach you about this particular principle. Again, do not practice this unless you are with a very, very trained martial artist, maybe someone that's very skilled at teaching ninjutsu and doing it under safe conditions and doing it very, very slowly. So in looking at the ideas of a person doing multiple punches on this, boom, he's going to be punching me again, so I have to be able to take whatever that's going on by him. Maybe this punch is being coming in, taking out, already taking the person out.
of the main factors in ground fighting is that a ground fight largely depends on how the two opponents go to the ground. It's all fine and well that we start on the ground and do escapes from various holds and chokes, but that is largely going to depend on how we get there. This might be something as simple as this. Now, from here I can mount him or any of that stuff, but I'm far much better off in this position here. It's difficult for him to do anything. He could try to grab me, he could try to kick me, but it's much easier for me to maintain this position behind him. Plus, as I push his head forward, it starts to stretch out the spine here. This is very painful, and it also compresses the trachea, which makes it more difficult for him to breathe. In this position here, I can just choke him out real simply. Smother him, suffocate him. I don't have to get very complicated. I've got all kinds of targets here, and it's more difficult for him to defend against me than it is here. Here I put myself in a position where he can use these defenses. Let's take a look at that again. If we're here, and I just simply take him down, I'm already behind him. If you'll notice, I can be really evil and put this on his arm as I come down. Instead of just putting my hand here, my foot here rather. Be right here. I've got this taken care of, I got this taken care of, and I still got a free ride right here. Let's take a look at that again. Just pushing, pushing, pushing. Just triple. I'm already right behind him. Right on top. This is a better position in which to be than this is. Once again, here I have to deal with his defenses and weapons. Here I don't have to deal with any of that. Ground fighting's fun. I love wrestling around on the ground. But there's something you really got to remember about it. This guy might not be alone. I mean, it's all fine and well for me to ground fight with and wrestle around if it's just me and him. That's okay. If I'm over here like this, wasting my time, and I'm getting all tied up with him, and he's got 2 or 3 buddies, this isn't going to last very long. Not a great idea to be here like this, and he's got my arm tied up. Meantime, his friend with the big steel-toed boots is going to be right here. Not a great idea. However, if this looks something like this, where he comes in, I turn him over, I'm here. Get a couple of shots in. I'm not entangled up in his body at all. I can just take a couple of shots and push him off, good to go. Good to go. This is a safe place to be. I can't be attacked from behind. Now, if you do find yourself in this position, I've talked to a lot of people, and some people think, well, they don't know how to work in this position because they haven't studied a lot of ground fighting. The thing of it is that you can do everything you already know how to do standing up, right in this position. You can defend yourself against any sort of strike, one way or the other. This can be right here. This ordinarily would be a defense against this strike into a takedown, but since we're already in this position, I can use this as an armbar. If he tries to grab me, for instance, he might even grab around my throat, right here. This is fine. The same escapes that we already do standing up can be done in this position. He can strike. All I got to do is remember concepts of evasion. I can be right here already. Other hand, perhaps. Just simply deflecting that from one side to the next. Notice how, in doing this, as he comes in, I'm also moving out of the way here. Other side. He wants to be right here. I just simply move right out of the way. Be right here. Right all the way at the end. I can do the same sort of grappling as I do here. He comes in for a strike. Boom, I could be right here already.